Hardware and software in this video were provided as part of the MetaQuest Creator Program.
Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Now, sometimes something comes out that is super remarkable in virtual reality, and this is one of those times. This is a demo that's available starting today called Golden Kingdom VR. This is from the folks at TunerMax, who previously made a really cool game called Rainbow Reactor in the earlier days of VR, and then I believe the follow-up game was called Rainbow Reactor Fusion, if I remember correctly. This is their latest project, and they're aiming to have a open world, really open world, 16 kilometers open world. And we're going to start walking through some of this. Uh, right now we're kind of in some desert sand, but as you can see, it's pretty realistic desert sand. Oh no, there looks to be some form of civilization over that way. While we're here, let's just turn around and let's look around a little bit. Loads of mountains. Right now, they have a warning that this could melt your PC. So I have this on very low settings because this is really targeted right now and not fully optimized for a 4090 graphics card. I have a 4090 laptop, which is about the same equivalent as a 4070. So I can't really run this at the highest graphic fidelity. But even on what they're considering super low, this looks pretty realistic, to be honest. I'm going to head for that city over there. I don't know how interactive the demo is right now. I'm playing using a Quest 3S, obviously, using the Airlink software. You can get a little bit better output if you actually do a wired link. They do recommend wired link with a Quest headset as kind of the recommended headset. Again, using a 4090 graphics card, disabling asynchronous space warp. Otherwise, you can get like a really weird effect. I've got it disabled right now. Otherwise, I could potentially get a little motion sick. Look at that tree up there, that kind of jagged one. I'm going to go to that just because it's cool looking. Now, I have not played this demo. This is the first time I'm using it at all. But even just wandering the desert, like, it feels really cool. It feels like those demos that came out a while back where you could like walk through a forest or walk along a lake. I believe one of them was in Iceland, if I remember correctly. And those demos were actual photogrammetry demos, whereas this, I believe, was made in Unreal Engine 5. So just the power of a game engine with good assets, with good graphics, and you can see, like, I feel like I'm walking through the desert right now. Obviously, I'm not walking. Uh, I'm sure you could hook this up to a treadmill and get that true effect. This rock looks a little different. Maybe because of the way the light's hitting it, or maybe it's just a different type of rock. But I want to head for this building over here. I'm really not sure which side has an entrance. I'm thinking I probably need to somehow get around that mountain there to figure that out. But I'm very curious what that establishment might be. Because as you can see, if we go all the way around, it seems to be the only real city, at least in the current vicinity. Again, this is a 16-kilometer wide map. At least that's what they're aiming for. I don't know if the demo version is that large. This is aiming to be a full-on action RPG as well. At the current time, I don't know if it's more than a walking simulator. We'll find out when we encounter something else. But if nothing else, this is a tech demo to show off the graphics capabilities of this particular game. And of course, the game will continue to update over time. This demo is available on Steam right now. The developers have been kind enough to give me access to the kind of work in progress version of the game. So as the game updates, I'll get updates. And if I see something that's really interesting, I'll definitely revisit this because this is something that is really a remarkable achievement. Virtual reality, to me, the most important thing in virtual reality is having the ability to walk around and explore other people's visions for virtual worlds. And this feels like a world that, while not yet inhabited, is very realistic. It feels almost like it doesn't feel alien, but it doesn't feel familiar either. It almost feels like a foreign country that I am traversing across, if that makes sense. I believe there may be like stairs or something in the rocks over there. I can't really see because we're still pretty far away, but it looks like you can somehow traverse over those rocks to get into that building there. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Now, mind you, again, I am playing on very low settings right now. I'll go ahead and show you the options right now. You've got super low, which is what I'm at right now. Low, mid, or high. It will load you in at medium settings or mid, but that was definitely too much for my computer. I tried low for a few minutes, started to get a little uncomfortable, a little jittery, so I have switched back to very low, unfortunately. But like I said, even the very low, like these shrubs that I'm walking across are amazing looking. Alright, so it does look like we may not be able to climb this. Okay, good, we are climbing. Just have to stay on kind of level ground as we climb. I didn't have any tutorials or anything for this, but I also don't feel like I'm making it up as I go along. I feel like the discovery of the city as I walked over the first little pass there showed me all I needed to see to understand where I need to go. It's now figuring out how to navigate this mountain path to get up there. Okay, this side maybe. And now, like, now that the sun is out, look at that over there. Like, just in general, this is amazing looking. And right now it's a very almost dry climate is what I would say. But I could see them adding like different biomes and things of that nature. Similar in a lot of ways to something like Skyrim, for example, like snow-covered hills as opposed to sand-covered hills. All right, we're getting closer to this structure, which at least as of right now appears to be the only structure in this demo. Um, I'm hoping that this is the right way there. Seems to be almost like a pass through here. Feels intentional. Okay, guess we have to go down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Coming up on the structure here. Now this structure is interesting. We've got like a bridge to go up in, and then there's a gate, and then another gate, and then another gate. And these gates all have these bars that'll come down. Now, I don't think there's a way to control those just yet. They just seem to exist for the time being, and there are many of these. along this almost boardwalk, almost gangway, if you will. If I was playing standing, I'd be able to see over these railings a little bit better, but since I'm not, it seems to be the only path I can take. And over here, one of those is now sealed off. I don't think I can get through there as much as I'd like to. So this is just a small taste of this particular title. Again, this is Golden Kingdom. It is a work in progress. This is a tech demo right now, available on Steam. There's also a website for the game as well that I will link in the description of the video. Not a whole lot more I can show, I don't think, right now. I'm sure if I continue to explore, I'll find other things. I'm curious, actually, if I can get around to the other side of this mountain, because there was, again, two sides to this building. I wonder if the other side of the building has an entrance as well. Let's see if there's a back way in. Or even if we climb up here, there's sewer or something we can crawl through, you know, like some of those other older VR games, of course. Or any game, really. There's a cave, something hidden down here. Doesn't look like it, but let's try to get around the other side of the building here. This is a pretty impressive structure, for sure. And again, I don't see any other structures around, at least currently. Taking a long way around, but what I'm hoping... Ooh. These are stones with runes in them. They said not to cross over the runes or else you might fall off. So I very much suggest heeding those warnings when it says not to cross over those rune stones, because I did indeed fall off of the world. But I hope you enjoyed that. That was a look at the earliest tech demo available of a really cool game coming sometime in the future in VR called Golden Kingdom VR. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.